The first-round pick starts on day one. It's the coach. This is opening weekend on EA Sports. Coming up, Dwayne Haskins, your time is now. The 15th overall pick, wearing a very familiar number 7, gets a start on opening day. But his Redskins are in for a stern test against a returning Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be back at halftime with a look at games in progress, but now let's join Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL, in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Redskins taking the field, led once again by a number 7. Of course, Joe Theismann's old number hadn't been used in 33 years, but Joe gave the okay to wear it to this man, their first-round pick, Dwayne Haskins. Now 2 years in the making, Darius Geis's first NFL carry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now Haskins on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
The number 4 overall pick in the 2010 draft is left tackle Trent Williams. And oftentimes we talk about a guy of his potential and say just plug him in at left tackle for the next 10 years. But rarely does that work out. In this case, it's been spot on. A 7-time Pro Bowler, he patrols the blind side of all of his quarterbacks.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Time to focus on the defensive side of the ball for the Philadelphia Eagles. And let's take a look at defensive tackle Fletcher Cox, who's an absolute force inside. He's so good that offensive guards often wonder if they want to play that Sunday trying to battle that big man.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. There's Carson Wentz bringing out the Philadelphia Eagles. 21 touchdown passes, just 7 interceptions for him last year until a back injury knocked him out in Week 14. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Throwing is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. Carson Wentz beginning his 4th NFL season here in this ball game, and the last 2 years he was not in the postseason with his teammates, including that Super Bowl run at Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Was limited to 13 games that year with the ACL injury. Last year, 11 games with back issues. But now Nick Foles, who took his spot, he's in Jacksonville, and all pressure and all eyes are on number 11 in 2019. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz, but that's complete to Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free, and the Redskins scoop it. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Wentz now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Ryan Anderson in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now this throw caught left side. 27 yards there, a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Redskins scoop it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On second down, here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To throw is Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And once more, he was looking for Alshon Jeffrey, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as they are now on the board here in the first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's go.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To Thompson on the draw. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now this matchup, an important one for week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936. 168 meetings overall. And the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Here's Haskins to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson there to make the grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And along with the rest of his offensive mates, here comes Zach Ertz. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all 3 will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Wentz. Steps away to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Throwing again on second down. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10. Now Wentz. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be second and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin up in Charlotte, where the defending NFC champs pay a visit to Carolina. And it's the Rams who are out in front in that one. Brandon Cooks, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. John Brown, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. In our game, it was the rookie Dwayne Haskins showing why he felt too many teams passed on him in the first round. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
What's up, man? How's
It's
it
time
going
for a
today?
player's spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. We will see here that he's done quite a bit, but the bottom line, I guess, partner, it hasn't been enough right now.
And let's face it, everyone wants to be in a spotlight, but when you're not winning, that's not quite as much fun because that's the bottom line, especially if you're a quarterback. Did you lead your team to a victory? No matter how many passes you threw, completed, all of that, that's what he wants to get done.
So far, he does at least have some good highlights to take home with him. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and now it's 2nd down. He was a 2nd-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a 1st-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the 2nd round. They got a steal with this player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now Wentz will keep it. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Check.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
5 down. Stand up in.
Now Wentz will keep it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Geis. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 36, Haskins got a man. That's Quinn. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
A gain of 14. And the Redskins first down.
Here we go. He's coming.
On first down, this is Geis. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Jordan Reed has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Haskins, and that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Touchdown, Washington. Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Wentz.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The DM, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Wentz now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 14. Into the red zone. Wentz. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Here's Wentz to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Joshua Perkins there to make the grab. And the Eagles get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They stay on the ground. Geis again. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On the ground, it's Geis, and he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's Geis. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they take a knee.
Double time.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here.
And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Washington, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.